I felt it, guys. I felt Sarada's pain in this week's episode. DNA match with Karin. Oh, man. And you don't even have to know Karin to know that's really messed up. It makes you really hate Sasuke because you know at least he's related to Sarada. And he ain't even the one in her life. He acts so indifferent around her, like she don't matter. But he was out there possibly banging other women. And then you got Sakura lying to Sarada the entire time that she's actually the mommy. And Sasuke's gone for some random reason. It's not because he's out there banging Karin. It's because he's doing some kind of research. Once we get to envision Sasuke and Karin together there, I was just like dying on the inside. Also, when Naruto overheard that conversation between the two, that was a result of this DNA match, and he called Sasuke a bastard. Oh my, man, Sasuke is getting grilled this week. I mean, the way Naruto came in there trying to explain everything to Sarada, trying to heal her wounds and, you know, explain what happened between Sasuke and Karin, because he himself didn't know about all that shit, right? He was shocked himself. You would have thought that he was, like, congratulating Sarada, like, you know, look on the bright side. You know Sakura loves you, but listen, man, I welcome you to the Uzumaki clan family. You are now one of us. That's the bright side, you know, you ain't gotta bang Boruto in the future to, you know, be a part of our, you know, genetics, like you actually got some already from Karin. Okay, I know that wasn't a cool joke to make, but Naruto, you have no permission, brother. Like, you don't. Like, I know you're Hokage, I know, you know, the whole village is your extended family, including Sarada, but you don't have permission to come in there and drop your flashbacks on Sarada, because if you saw the horror on Sarada's face when she saw that match, you'd have thought that she would have passed out right there and they would have needed to operate on her. Like, the reason they need to retrieve Sakura immediately is so that she could, revive Sarada and let her know, like, what actually happened. Because I'm a manga reader. I know the truth. I know what Sasuke knows regarding this situation. Did he smash Karin? I'm gonna leave that one blank for you guys to fill in. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I thought Naruto was brilliant as support in that moment because Sarada needed somebody to calm her down, and for Naruto to tell her, listen, even if y'all aren't biologically related, like, I know it's still gonna bother you, but listen, you clearly still love your mom. You clearly still worried about her, and your mom clearly loves you. And when we got that flashback of, you know, little Sarada there with Sakura squeezing up on her, telling her that, listen, daddy loves us both. And then, you know, Sarada asked the question, like, did you ever kiss Sasuke? And Sakura says, you know, I remember something even better. I'm just like, listen, pause. Like, I don't want to hear about that. Sakura was about to get me excited about Sasuke. Pause. I think it's great because it's true. You know, there's people with two biological parents that come from an extremely broken, ravish home to where that messes up their development forever. This is actually traumatic to Sarada, don't get it wrong. Like, she's actually quite bothered by this. She wants to meet Karin to ask some questions. She wants to save Sakura to ask some questions. She's gonna hug Sakura, let her know that, listen, I love you, but what's going on right here? Why did you lie to me the entire time? Because that's what really bothers Sarada. It's not only the fact that Sakura ain't the real mom, it's the fact that this entire time, Sakura apparently in her mind was lying to her. It's like if you have two adoptive parents and they act as if they're your biological parents and you finally find out when you're like 30 or something like that. You know, it makes a difference, right? When they should have immediately told you the second you got curious about your past and your history, listen, we're actually your adoptive parents. And by the end, we have Naruto confronting Sasuke outside of the lair, and Naruto got a couple of words for Sasuke. It would have been sweet if we actually got a fight over all of this drama, and ain't no potato chips from Chocho gonna save it. Sasuke, we gotta save that last member of Team 7. We gotta save your wife. But you gave Sarada the best genes of all time. Anime-only viewers, it's not what you think, though. There's a reason why Sasuke's still loyal to Sakura, why he wants to save her ever so desperately, why he pulled out Susanoo by the end of the episode, why his visual prowess came back, and why he's now flying to search for Sakura. It ain't just because she was the side one. No, it's not like that. So, to all the anime-only viewers, don't look too deep into this episode. I made a lot of jokes, and there's a lot of emotional stuff to go around that got me in my feels. but it's not what it seems. Sometimes things aren't what they seem. Now this episode was all about Orochimaru pretty much. The second Sakura got captured, it was revealed to her that yes, it is Orochimaru that was my original master, and all these different Shins are like clones. They're not really my children, they don't matter to me, which is why I'm gonna kill the one right next to me, grab that organ, and make a transplant. And I don't know why, but I find Shin so fascinating. It's not his ideology, because I'm gonna debunk that shit in a second. It's just the fact that his Mangekyo Sharingan literally allows him to, like, manipulate and transplant organs, and he's so malleable, right? It's like he's the perfect experiment. He's what Orochimaru always wanted since part 1. Now this dumb shit's goals is to bring back the Akatsuki, to literally cause people stress because he believes in evolution and the Akatsuki would create faster progress in, developing human beings. And we find out about this dude's obsession with Itachi and Uchiha and how his arm is connected to Danzo's arm. In fact, it was, Danzo's arm was made from Shin. But when he started going off on all the scientific stuff, like death is when your body dies and there's nothing about humans that's special, we're all just DNA, I'm like, stop it, you don't have a right to speak on that. You're a straight up animal, bro. You think a human would kill his own child for organs? Even Orochimaru was disgusted by Shin. Like, it's bad when Orochimaru, the most sinister of them all, the one that actually created these experiments, is like, y'all need to take out Shin, like he's become a little too troublesome. Thankfully, Sakura isn't going to be disposed of because Shin sees a purpose in keeping her alive, as Naruto and Sasuke are in Orochimaru's hideout asking this dude all types of questions. Obviously, the progress gets cut short as we jump into Sarada's identity and who her real mother is. I know I wasn't the only one thinking this, but they probably got some pervert watching Orochimaru from those surveillance cameras, which is why nothing was reported, because Orochimaru was doing experiments on these clones, creating all these Shins, some that escaped, and none of that word got back to Naruto and everyone else. Orochimaru probably infiltrated the Hidden Leaf Village for the second time, except this time it's, inside of someone's butthole with a snake or something. I don't have any other explanation. I mean, Orochimaru's looking more and more like a girl. There's probably some no-fap challenges going on, and they ain't very successful. They're just now catching wind of this perfect creation that doesn't reject any kind of tissues. Just now, we do find out one very important piece of information. We're gonna have to kill these guys to get rid of them because they're just gonna multiply like rats, like shadow clones. And that's easy for Orochimaru to justify because human beings are literally slaves to their DNA and nothing makes them special and unique. There's no reason to really preserve life in Orochimaru's eyes, unless it serves some kind of, purpose. All I've got to say to that is, if you're a slave to your DNA, you're an animal, right? What makes us humans is that we're not slaves to our DNA. We have certain instincts, but we have a certain moral compass. We're good people. Like, you see someone attractive, right? They match your style. You get that rush inside of you, like, yeah. What are you going to do? You're going to violate them? You're going to try and conquer them? No, that would make you an animal. You see someone eating some chicken, you smell it, and you're hungry, you want to eat that. What are you going to do? Are you going to fight the dude and take his food? That would make you an animal. And you could say, well, every decision that we make is already like predetermined based on our genetics. But the problem with that is we don't fully understand science to explain everything. So if you're allowing science to define your entire reality, you're basically skewing your reality because we don't understand everything scientifically yet. We're not a bunch of animals, but Orochimaru, I'll tell you this, you should have been treated like one with all the heinous things you did. Treason,